Right, Ethan. So tell me, when did you actually realize that this was something that you wanted to change?
I'd say about a year ago, man.
Right, okay, nice. I mean, a year's a pretty long time, right? So over that last year, have you actually tried anything to make a change?
Nah, I haven't, if I'm honest.
Right. And what's been holding you back on?
Uh, just don't really have the time, like.
Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty common, right? A lot of people have busy schedules. Tell me, well, why do you feel like you don't have the time? Break down a day to day for me or whatever it is.
Yeah, so basically I work full time, 5 days a week, sometimes six, depending if overtime's required.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm usually up at around 5:30. I get into the shower, do my meal prep, and then be at work for 7. And then that's me for 10 hours. I'm not out till 5 o'clock. And then by the time I get home, it's about half five, 6, and then I need to go to the gym as well. So by the time I get home from the gym and make something to eat, it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Mm. Okay. And I mean, after 8 o'clock, then what do you do after that?
Well, I like to get my sleep in, so I have a short bedtime, sort of around half 9, 10 o'clock. So I usually have about an hour and a half. I just sort of chill out.
Mm. Okay, I get you. I mean, that is a pretty intense schedule, right? But see, even on the days that you're off, then like, see, on the sometimes you said that you work a 5 day week, or sometimes a six
Yeah.
day week. So in a week where you are only working 5 days and you have the Sunday off every week. So I mean, what are you doing in your spare time then, in your free time?
Um, well, I train pretty much every day, like, so the days off on Sundays, I get up early, get something to eat, go to the gym, come back, we do a bit of gaming, so I just sort of hop on the gaming PC and do a wee bit there.
Well, I mean, good for you for training every day. Fair play to you. But I mean, it's told me there about the gaming, and I mean, obviously, I get it. The training's important to you, right? But is it that you don't have the time, Ethan, or are you just prioritizing doing other things right now?
I'd say it's probably a bit of both,
And why do you feel like that?
because I need the training, because it sort of keeps me fit and
Yeah,
active, and then obviously the mental aspect to it as well, so it's pretty good that way. And then obviously for gaming, like I need some time to myself to sort of wind down and relax. So usually on the Sunday, that's sort of the time I have to myself.
yeah, I hear that. And would you say that training then and having that time to yourself, that would be like a priority for you?
Yeah, definitely, because obviously the training, it's got quite a lot of benefits. And
Hmm,
then you sort of need to fuel your body at the same time. So I spend a lot of time like meal prepping and all that. But the gaming, like I said, is just sort of need that wind down time to just sort of chill out and relax.
for sure. For sure. I mean, I completely get you, man. Tell me, see all those things that we spoke about earlier, right? Those problems that you were telling me about not having enough time, like to maybe do more things that you enjoy, and the problems related to your job that you don't want to be there anymore, like you hate your job, right? Where does actually getting out of that job and getting that free time back, where would that actually lie on your list of priorities right now, Ethan?
Um, I would say pretty high, but if I'm being honest, like I haven't really like done much for it, if you know what I mean. So
Hmm.
if I'd say it was on the top, I'd probably be lying to you.
Right. Okay, but it is up there, right? It is a
Yeah,
pretty big priority. Right.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, do you mind if I share a perspective with you, Ethan?
yeah, go for it.
Right. So, let's say, for example, the doctor calls you up and tells you, Ethan, you need to get down here. There's something seriously wrong with your test results. Would you tell the doctor over the phone that you're too busy gaming or you're in the gym? Or, I mean, would you find the time to go and see the doctor?
Yeah, I'd probably find the time, like,
Hmm, okay. And why would you find the time?
because it's pretty important, like your health.
Right? So, Ethan, if your health deserves that importance, that urgency, why do the problems that you told me that you have, why don't they deserve that same urgency and importance?
Hmm, don't know. I haven't really thought about it that way.
Right, okay, and so can you actually break down for me what's really been holding you back from finding the time to face your problems?
I'd say maybe fear of failure.
Right, and fair enough, man. I mean, I've heard a lot of people having that sort of fear, but what does that fear actually look like to you?
Um, don't really know, man. Like sort of like you see stuff online. There's all these different choices and all these different options, but like it's like easier just to sort of jump on the game and just sort of blast that out for a few hours and actually fucking sort of you know look into it more if you know what I mean.
Mm. And would jumping on the game sort of come under as like an escape from that fear?
Yeah, say it probably is like
Yeah, okay, man. But I mean, Ethan, like, let me ask this in a more simpler way. Like, what does failure actually mean to you?
uh I'd say just fucking don't really know how to explain it, man. Just feeling it's something, fucking doing it right. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, could you repeat that? It just cut out for a second.
You're all good. I'd say just sort of doing something wrong and making like a lot of fucking mistakes or making myself look like a fucking tool.
Mm, mm. And Ethan, where does that fear of failure for you? Where does that actually come from? I mean, have you had any past experiences for you to develop that fear, or what is it, man?
Not really. I'd say it's sort of something that I think a lot of people sort of have. Like I don't think there was any sort of given situation or time period or something that's happened for me to sort of feel that way. It's sort of just something I've always sort of felt. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, okay. I mean, yeah, for sure. That makes sense. I get where you're coming from. So, Ethan, say for example, right? I mean, you go to the gym, right? You're a pretty fit guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, say for example, you started up the gym, right? And I give you everything that you could ever ask for in terms of diet plans, one-on-one coaching, accountability, the best equipment in the world, right? CBUM standing over you, making sure you're doing the work, right?
Yeah.
Would that guarantee that you actually get shredded and see results? Or would you actually still have to show up every day and put the work in so that you're able to see results?
Yeah, obviously all those things that you listed would definitely be helpful, but I get what you're saying. It's all down to me to show up and actually put in the work.
Yeah, correct, man. Because ultimately, even if I give you all the tools, I mean, you can't get shredded if you don't actually show up to the gym every day and do the work, right?
Yeah, it's very true.
So, do you see how ultimately it comes down to you whether you put the work in and guarantee yourself the best chance at not failing?
Yeah,
And I guess why do you think that then? Why do you see that?
because like no one else is gonna show up and do the reps for me.
Yeah, exactly. So is it safe to say that there actually is a way to guarantee yourself the best chance that you won't fail then and actually overcome that fear?
Yeah,
Hmm. So if we tie that back to this then, do you see how by not putting yourself in a position to give yourself the best chance at not failing, you actually have been failing up until this point?
mm, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And why does that make sense? Why do you get what I'm saying, man?
I just like I understand like it's all down to me to sort of face the fear and actually put in the work.
100%, man. Exactly. So right now, there's actually, the way I see it, there's two versions of Ethan, right? Over here, we have Ethan, who over the last year has let a fear of failing hold him back and not get him anywhere closer to leaving his job and achieving those things that he wants, right? And over here, we have a new version of Ethan. Ethan who actually pushes that fear of failure aside and finds the tools so that he can put the work in and guarantee himself the best chance of getting to where he wants to be. Going forward, which version of Ethan would you like to be?
The second version,
And I mean, why the second version as opposed to the first?
because the second version is going to get me where I want to be and not have
Hmm.
me stuck in the same place in the same mindset.
I suppose that's true, yeah, definitely. But I mean, why not just continue being the first version? I mean, you've lived like that for the last year. Maybe things will just get better by themselves.
Because it's just going to have me sort of stuck doing the same fucking shit.
And obviously, you don't want that, right?
Nah, definitely not.
Right, man. Okay, so I mean, let's make it as simple as possible. What do you feel like you would actually need to become that new version of Ethan that we just spoke about? What do you feel like you would need from us, man, so that you could actually put yourself in that position?
Sort of same sort of stuff you were saying in regards to like the gym, like having the right sort of like PTs almost, and having like good equipment and having like a good structured plan.
Nice, man.